Exam format. So you may ask, so what sort of exam format? What sort of exam format? So it's 30 multiple choice question, but 30 multiple choice question, if those of you who have taken the TOGAF, earlier TOGAF or the current TOGAF foundation, it's slightly different, right? It's not direct to the point answer. I will share with you. So 30 question, 45 minutes. So you have around 1.5 minutes, 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, right? To answer every question. The passing mark 70%. Unfortunately, it's not an open book; it's the closed book, and you cannot bring all the gadget. Yeah. And prerequisite TOGAF 9 foundation or TOGAF EA foundation or higher. Assessment style and rational. This is the new style of the assessment. So they got 3 types. First is the single assertion reason. The other one is tabular assertion reason and cause and effect. So these are the format of the exam. So the rationale, because it's targeting an advanced level of cognitive understanding, right? So basically, you need to be able to think and reason. It's not saying, this one answer B. No, you have to understand that, because this is at the leadership aspect. Because as a leader, you are presented typically with the multiple option and how you derive into the best option you select. So the test is directing or applying that same technique. Later we give you an example. And assess whether candidates have attained a deeper level of understanding of the body of knowledge, deeper level, not only a service level, and differentiate the TOGAF EA leaders credential from other certification credentials. So basically a little bit prestigious. You are differentiated from the rest of other certification credential. So this approach, there are 2 variants. They got for the assertion reason, they got single assertion reason, they got the tabular assertion reason, and of course, assertion here, let us short form with the A and then the reason with the R. So example, single assertion question, consider the assertion A and reason R statement, then select the correct option. So instead of ABCD, they have ABCDE lah. They got 1 to 5. No, so they got 5 options ABCDE. So let's see the example. This is the assertion. Passengers in the lifeboat are not allowed to stand because you know the lifeboat is like a small sampan, right? It's not a big boat, so just everyone sitting, right? So not allowed to stand. And the reason, this may raise the center of gravity in the boat. So now, answer A. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. Both A and R are false. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true, but R is the correct explanation of A. This is basically the type of question. So, of course, how do we answer this? The answer for this is that, case I don't have if I'm interaction, I will give you a time, 10 minutes to think, to discuss, whatever with your team. But let me just give you the answer straight. The answer is E. Okay, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. That's why you cannot stand. Okay, you cannot raise, not allowed to stand. Right. The next one is tabular. Okay, so tabular, we have something like this, right? The assertion carbon is a chemical element, reason, and basically you need to do true and false. Okay, so the same thing again here. If A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. Both A and R are false. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true, but R is the correct explanation of A. Okay, so got this type of question. So how do you tackle this question? So you need to mark with the true and false, right? So this is just example. We are not talking about this chemistry element, but this is just the general. So we need to know that one is true, false, true, false, true. This one is all true, right? Then after that, you need to do a mapping lah. A mapping just now with this one, the mapping that you need to do, right? Whether A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So after we do the mapping, this is what our answer. Okay. So D, B, E, B, D. This technology, you will need to get all 5 options correct to score the point. This is expected format of TOGAF EA leader test assessment. Right. The cause effect, this is another one, another type of the question. So basically they got 5 options, 1 to 5, right? About the statement. The statement number 1 and the statement number 2. Okay. So may have a cause effect relationship. Statement 1 is the cause and statement 2 is the effect. Then the next one is statement 2 is the cause and the statement 1 is the effect. Okay, so they reverse 1 and 2 are. Both statement 1 and 2 are independent causes. Both statement 1 and 2 are effect of independent causes. And both statement 1 and 2 are effect of a common cause. Right? So we need to understand this, and basically is that you are given the scenario statement like this. The literacy rate among children 5 to 10 years old has increased over the past 3 years. The Ministry of Education has conducted several prolonged intensive literacy programs. Okay, so what do you think is the answer? So just to cut it short, the answer is number 2. Statement 2 is the cause and statement 1 is the effect. Okay, so this is the cause. The Ministry of Education has conducted several prolonged intensive literacy program, and the effect is that the literacy rate among children 5 to 10 has increased over the past 3 years. Okay, so this basically the answer is 2. Right, so hope with this you get the preview and you know what is the feel of 30 multiple choice. Right, it's require you to use some sort of thinking, not only know the answer, but you need to do some sort of reasoning, because as a leader, this is the expected behavior, right? The leader must start, you know, your brain start thinking about, hey, what if I choose this, is it the cause, effect, and etc.